there is a video of Direct D claiming that there was an email sent out. I imagine from my previous assistant, Colin, that he had my stream key that attaches to my StreamYard.
Okay, Turkey Day is over. Everybody in the U.S., I hope you had a great holiday. For everyone not in the U.S., I hope you had a great Thursday. But let's talk about a couple of updates. So first off, the big one, Chille got his channel back. That was always a possibility. If you watched my video about his channel being deleted, it was always a possibility that he could get it back. That's why I said we are going to have to wait and see what happens. Google was able to verify that his account was indeed hacked, and they reinstated the channel. That was always a possibility. However, like I said in the previous video, it really isn't that big of a deal because it's a dying channel. It's been dying for months. So it being brought back really isn't going to make that much of a difference. If you look at his announcement video that he got his channel back, now, this should be a big video for any channel. If you get your channel deleted and it gets put back up, your first video announcing that your channel is back should be a huge one. For a channel with over 600,000 subscribers, he has just over 5,000 views on this announcement video. So if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will. Less than a single % of his audience cares enough to watch his big announcement video. So the clip we're going to watch is a couple days old now. This was before his channel was reinstated, but there are some things in it that I find really interesting. First being, he claims he raised over $7,000 for Craig Henry right before his channel was taken down, and that does not appear to be the case, like, at all. So I don't know where he's coming up with this $7,000 number, because if he got $7,000 for Henry, it certainly didn't go into that GoFundMe.
I mean, I can just tell you what happened. So
Sure.
When you sign up, how my channel got deleted was there is a video of Direct D claiming that there was an email sent out. I imagine from my previous assistant, Colin, that he had my stream key that attaches to my StreamYard. And so the stream key, apparently, I'm not super technically savvy. The stream key, apparently, you can just plug that in anywhere and it can stream on your channel. So if I have your stream key on your channel, John, then I can plug that in and I can just live stream from your channel. So apparently that's what happened, because they kept doing it. They kept running it. They kept running this on my channel, and I would go in the back end and close it. I changed my password. I couldn't figure out why in the flock I couldn't get them out of my channel. It was because they had a stream key that attached to the StreamYard. So it didn't matter how much I changed the password of the channel, they could slip in through the stream key. So that's what they were doing. And I reported it to YouTube right away. And the second it happened, I filled out a form, all that stuff. And then after that, then they kept on trying to run more gay. And I blocked it. Then eventually I figured out to change the stream key. So I did that, and that apparently knocked him out. But then 48 hours later, YouTube deleted the channel and said because of pornography. Which, some guy, I sent you the graphic, some guy, Welsh News Network, he's claiming that he's the one who did the bomb. He put it in his own writing. You can show it. Did I text it to you?
I read it to everybody. Who is that guy?
It's just a guy who scams like charities and food banks and stuff like that. He's been convicted of it. Like,
did you know him before that?
I don't know any of these people, dude.
Okay, all right.
I don't know any of these people, or the dozens of people who we helped over the last few years with delete laws. It's just really sad to see that mechanism that I had spent years building up was now torn down, just for someone who's hateful and just like whatever. But at the same time, it's par for the course of the game. I'm still standing, and I still am building out constitutional law scholar.
So one of the things I find absolutely hilarious about this entire situation is the fact that he is so almost universally disliked and hated that whoever did send out that email with the stream key and the information to the accounts knew that someone on the receiving end would do something like this. He doesn't have just one or two people that dislike him in his own community. He has a lot of people that dislike him. That is how many people that Chille has fucked over at some point. There are a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I was to trace it back and to work it through my head, my ex-assistant Colin, who somehow owned my company with me, which is crazy, but he gave someone access to my stream key through StreamYard, and that person, Welsh News Network, this guy's claiming that he's the guy that did the epic, and this is from one of my confidentials inside of Discord. So this guy's claiming that, yeah, man, I did it,
Yeah.
So and that's cool, but I think it's a federal crime if the feds.
So here's where things get a little bit more interesting and maybe a little bit more complicated, because the proof he is showing everybody right now is dated May 7th, 2024. So that is referencing a completely different event that we have absolutely no idea if it has anything to do with Chille. No one is named in that message, and it's from 6 months ago. So I'm not sure why Chille is trying to lay the blame on this creator. I have absolutely no idea who this is, but that message couldn't possibly have anything to do with why his channel got taken down. So those are two completely separate events. That is not proof of anything.
Internet troll, dude. He was a troll when I met him. He claims to be a troll. It's fine. Listen, here's the thing, John.
Mm-hmm.
You did, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm still alive, but I like to help other people. So.
Hey, bro, you helped me, so that's why I don't mind giving you a platform to say what you want to say. And the comments are about half and half. Like I said at the beginning, either people hate you or they love you, man. That's all there is to it.
But the thing is do you love your haters, or do you just go they're just I
don't love my haters, but I know I'm doing something right. I know I'm doing something right. Somebody hates me because I'm a playing guy who eats too much food, who cracks a lot of jokes. If they hate me, it's because they don't like my freedom, the freedom I espouse. It's too much for them.
Well, if you've ever read, there's a novel I read in jail called Bully Pulpit, and you really get an inside track to Teddy Roosevelt and the way that he was. And, look, I just turned 50. So learning how to harness my energy just right, I think, is this next phase that we go to here, where I create this board game and teach how to play the board game and be able to distribute this game where you can learn history and learn the law as much as I have anyway, and surpass me if you learn everything I put in this board game and beyond. Then you'll be way past my rudimentary knowledge of the Constitution of the United States.
You learn as you play.
You learn as you play.
Is it like a Monopoly style?
It's like a Trivial Pursuit kind of game. Remember the Trivial? Right? No, it's cards. You hand out cards, and then everybody takes turns playing the game. And it's a group game you can play. You can play with 7-year-olds. You can play with 80-year-olds. It's what you know in your head.
I have cards in my hand now. What? Give me an idea.
No
spoilers.
No, that's not what this was about. This was just about explaining what happened. But I can tell you this: we have 3 parts of this game, and there's 6 parts to go. We have 3 parts. 2 parts completely done, and we have the 3rd part we're finishing now, and we're beginning a 4th part. So when that's done, and pray to God, I could just get this bad chicken done, because as far as loss for the channel, I have no check coming on the 20th now. The employees that I did have are laid off. There's no more money coming in for them.
Damn, bro, you had employees? Pimp Daddy?
Oh yeah, okay, of course. I put money right back into it. It takes money to make money. You got to keep on going. But those guys now are fired 1 week before Thanksgiving, not even a few days before Thanksgiving.
So here's where some of the narrative kind of falls apart for me. Chille talks a lot about paying his employees, etc. He is not making that kind of money where he is paying employees a living. He's not. That's all there is to it. At least not off his main YouTube channel. So if you look at the numbers, we may not be able to see his analytics, we may not be able to see his revenue, but we can see the numbers we need. So for long form views for the month, he's right around 30,000 with an average RPM of $6. Now, I used my RPM since I am kind of in the same niche. I figure his is going to be close. RPM can vary from niche to niche. Some pay less, some pay more. I used an average. Average RPM of $6, which is what YouTube pays per 1,000 views, is $183 for those 30,000 views. For his lives, same thing. RPM of $6 gives him $438.60. Now, Chille gets a lot of shorts views. However, shorts pay a fraction of what long form content does. So with over 4 million views, again, average RPM of 5 cents, it can be as low as 2 cents, it can be higher, but average of 5 cents gives him $201.95 for a grand total for a channel with 600,000 subscribers of $823.55. And yet he is supposedly paying a staff a living wage. That is not happening.
Strange culture. It's just such a weird culture altogether. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
Are
far,
you Go ahead.
all I've done since I've had my YouTube channel, I think the very first fundraiser that we really had to put our back into when I had 30 or 40 or 50,000 subscribers was for Eric, for a guy who needed a wheelchair with an artificial intelligence lens to be able to, so he could take this wheelchair around. And he didn't have much time left. He was going to die like that next year or so. But I got to know Eric, and so we did a fundraiser. We raised $7,000 for him. And then I think there was Christy Roan, who she had 6 kids, was the widow of James Sheets, and we raised tens of thousands of dollars for Christy Roan, and people continued to donate to her for a really long time after that. And then we did a fundraiser for News Now Ninja. We did a fundraiser for Great Lake Audits. We did a fundraiser for John Felix. We did a fundraiser for XXGeo. We did a fundraiser for You Have Rights, Cops Have Duties, and got him out of jail. We did a fundraiser for Jeremiah from Auditors of America. We not only paid his jail fee, we also paid for his hotel for a month where he was sleeping. And he texted me today. I appreciate the text messages, Jeremiah. And then, shoot, I mean, there's just so many people. I don't remember everybody's. If I forgot, we did a fundraiser for a guy named Patience Keys, who got rear-ended on the side of a road one day, and he clearly got whacked, and the baby carrier came out, and we raised, I think, $700 for him in like 15 minutes. We did a fundraiser for Hendry, raised him $7,000. We did a fundraiser for him the day my channel got nuked. So,
I've never seen anyone raise funds like you, man. Can I let me address something, man, because this guy's, I am still waiting for the one big, in all capital letters. He's upset with us. He's yelling at us now. I am still waiting for the one big channel that I thought would showcase my stuff to showcase my stuff. I've been saying I need help for over a year now. You have rights, cops have duties. Let me address this guy.
I bailed him out of jail.
What's that?
I bailed him out of jail. So let me jump in real fast. So You Have Rights, Cops Have Duties, and I had a text message conversation today. So okay. I don't know You Have Rights, Cops Have Duties personally. I never met him before my YouTube channel. He was a regular on my channel. Eventually, after a period of time, he became a moderator on my channel. One day, I got a text message from a mutual friend that said, You Have Rights, Cops Have Duties is in jail. I had a group of people who I had already done fundraisers for before. I turned on my phone while waiting in line to get my passport to fly to Colombia. So this would have been in October of 2023. I then raised the $2,000 to bail him out of jail that day in about 40 minutes. Got him out of jail. I was in touch with his family a little bit. I don't know if I don't know all the details of what he decided to do. I sent a little bit more money to the family behind the scenes when nobody was watching, no fundraiser. I just sent over some money because he was struggling. Obviously, he was facing charges in Nye County, Nevada. He wanted me to go to Nye County, Nevada to go to his court trial. I said, I'm not an attorney. I'm a member of the press. I don't have any power there other than coming there and filming it. But it's on camera where he had a physical altercation with a public employee of.
So I hope you were paying attention to that, because what he just said is the day before his channel got deleted, he held a fundraiser for Craig Henry where they raised over $7,000 for him. Now, this is Craig's GoFundMe from that fundraiser. As you can see, the total raised is $885. Now, not all of that was raised on the day of the fundraiser. So while some of this can be attributed to Chille raising money for him, there are other donations there that were done after the fact. So if they raised $7,000, where did all of that money go? Now, Craig has another GoFundMe that is an older one, which shows a total of right around $3,000. Now, Craig has another GoFundMe, which is a little bit older, that has a total of $3,471. But only 205 of that have been raised since the day that Chille put out his fundraising video. So nothing before that can be attributed to that fundraiser. So if they raised $7,000, where is it?
I don't know why. I don't know you. You've never emailed me. You've never called me. Just saying something flippant through the messages during a live stream. You think all the auditors are going to be like it's a bad sign in the clouds? That's not how it works, dude. Try to contact us. Stop yelling and using capital letters. Remember, we don't owe you anything. If we're doing this, we're doing it out of courtesy of our own hearts.
You want to hear? There's Scrubzilla is in the crowd.
I got to meet him, dude. He's a good guy.
Okay, Scrubzilla's a great guy. People don't know that behind the scenes, we supported him a very little bit financially when he was really sick and struggling. Nobody knows that until just now. Now you're finding out.
Wait,
so
this is does he have like a heavy Texas accent?
I don't know. I
don't
know this man personally, other than he became a moderator for my channel.
Okay.
I did a fundraiser to get him out of jail, and then later he feels like I betrayed him in some way for not doing more, and I don't know what more I could have done. So he wanted me to tell his story more.
No,
there's a video of him having a pushing match with a public official.
Why can't he wear his own body camera?
I don't know the answers to these things, man.
The people that just expect us to jump and run, like we don't have our own lives, and there's 24 hours in a day for everybody. That's why celebrities can't stop and talk to a million people that want to talk to them, because they want to go to dinner, they want to go to lunch, they got to take a dump.
Well,
you got to do your own thing. You gotta, put a camera on.
I think it's just a shame that no matter there's all these people who are naysayers, right, John? But I just sat here and listed off 10 people who we have dramatically helped.
So yeah, he definitely did list off a bunch of people that he says he allegedly helped. However, he also proved himself a liar, saying that he raised $7,000 for Craig Henry. Because again, if he raised $7,000 for Craig Henry, that GoFundMe would be over $7,000, and it's not. So if the total number is over $7,000, where did that money go? So you have to ask yourself the same question about everyone else he is saying that he raised money for. there have been accusations from other people of him raising money and then keeping it.
So that's a troll right there. Rice Krispie is trying to troll. So there are people who try to claim that they're, you have rights, cops have duties. As much as I helped you and I have been nothing but your friend, there are people like this who, if you help them and you don't help them how you want them for you to help them, then they're mad at you.
What do you know what he's talking about? Does it matter?
It's just another person who's a victim of what? That you didn't get the help that you wanted from me. It's like it's it's just ridiculous. You just end up in this he said, she said, he said, she said. When it's just when the truth is that what happened is somebody literally stole my stream key, played pornography on my channel, and got my channel deleted. It should be, it's a crime, I'm sure. But what the people who did that wanted to do was to ruin me. Here I am.
I don't know.
I'm not ruined. I mean,
I never thought it would stop you in a second. Like I said,
I'm still here.
Bro, that dude is. It might hurt. It might be a speed bump, but it's not gonna stop him per se. It's not gonna do. It's not. I know that.
Yeah, it's got to.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, if they don't absolutely love you, a lot of people hate you, and I have the same effect. But you do it very well, man. I can't even keep up with the comments.
Oh, try not to read them, dude. Try not to read the comments. You just have to keep going with what you're doing. What I think is funny. So I got in touch with Hendry on text message on his phone, and we were texting, and he said to me that the 1A community would have his back. That's what Craig Hendry told me on the phone. Mm-hmm. And so I said, well, it won't work with any money coming to me at all in the 1A community. So you have to set up a fundraiser, a GoFundMe for yourself and your family that you guys do. I can't do it. So let's postpone this live and you get your things together. So then his girlfriend, Erica, set up a GoFundMe for Hendry. Mm-hmm. So that the GoFundMe, if you've never done one before, that attaches to your bank account. You set up your Wells Fargo or B of A or Chase or wherever you're at. So Erica, his girlfriend who has his kids, set up a GoFundMe. Earlier today, I was watching all the YouTube drama about me.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And I was on San Joaquin Transparency's channel, and he was talking about the 1A community. And the way I've defined the 1A community are people who go out and film police or go to post offices or churches or federal buildings, wherever they go, and they go out and they know that the interaction could lead to a police interaction and could lead to your arrest where you're flexing your First Amendment rights. To me, those people are First Amendment auditors.
Okay.
So with that being said, if there is a 1A community, then I start with you, John Felix, because you have picked up your camera and taken on cops with your camera. I start with you and I say, I challenge you to your next live, present Hendry's fundraiser.
Okay.
And get all of your audience who has $5 or $10 or $15 or $20 to put money into Hendry's GoFundMe that his girlfriend set up. If there is a 1A community, if San Joaquin Valley Transparency, which ASD docs, he can't have a relationship with that guy. He can't have a relationship with DirectD. He can't have with Brian from Here's the Deal. He can't have a relationship with, he is the drama.
Let's not talk about that because I'm here right now.
Remember, John, I've never made a video about any of these people. These people have made videos about me, which is surreal. So anyway, if the king of drama if there is a 1A community, as he described today, talking about me, content for his channel, talking about me, so then pick up the ball. There is a GoFundMe for Craig Hendry and his children and his appellate attorney. So if there is a 1A, if Wrights Crispy wants to come in here and okay, pick up the ball, pick up the GoFundMe for Henry. He's in jail and needs our help. Whether you like me or I don't like you, or you don't like me, or whatever, right? No matter who doesn't like each other, pick up the ball. You have a guy who is in jail for being a journalist, a real knockdown, drag out fight journalist, and pick up the ball, pick up his GoFundMe and make something good out of the energy that you have to talk about me, to make videos about me. That's so weird to me, by the way,
You're a polarizing figure, sir. You know that, bro.
Go back to the last one. Go back to the last one. The last one, he said, why is it? I didn't get to see it. I was looking at the camera. I typically don't read the comments too much. Why is it all about money? Go back to the last one.
Let's see.
You said something. Okay, so Southeast PA Community Cop Watch. Why is it all about money? I donate every penny ScrewTube gives me every month. Who cares about the money? It's about the love, the drive, the freedom, and the justice, not the money scratching my head. Well, Southeastern Pennsylvania Community Watch, if you went to jail, it would be about the money to get you out, bro. And so far, over the past 3 years, we have empirical data that you can gather over a period of time. Empirical data would show you, Southeast PA, that the person most likely to get you out of jail is right here. Right here. The person most likely to help you get the financing to pay your car note, because you're going to lose your car because you were in jail and you had to spend your car note to get out, is me, whether I like that or not.
All right, let me ask you something, Chille. Since you started auditing or activism, have you looked back and said, maybe I shouldn't do X, Y, or Z, one thing that I should have stopped doing or never started doing or don't like? For me, it was, I was calling all the female officers the C word for a while there, and I think maybe I shouldn't have, but they pissed me off. So how about you? And you've gone through a lot of growing. So what would you say something you shouldn't have done as an auditor, let's say, or could have done better?
Oh yeah. I have another channel called First Amendment Auditor. It's only got like 400, 500 subscribers. You guys, if one of my people can grab the link and put it in there. And there's Henry's GoFundMe for all of the super activists on here who have all the time in the world. Why don't you do something with your audience and do something good for Craig Hendry? It's like, I don't really address comments like you do, John. I just have a conversation. I just have a conversation with you.
All right, I'll lay it out here. I'll just put this GoFundMe one, and then that'll be the end of it.
But that's I'm just saying, like, remember Joe Rogan, the classic Joe Rogan? They would say, ask 10 average people, and he'd say, no, don't ask 10 average people. Ask 10 botanists, 10 horticulturists, 10 people who are experts in what they do. So see, and this is the common thing is the reason why I don't do panels ever. Felix, it's why I don't do panels, because you end up with this contest, and I'm not here to compete with anybody. Do you know what I mean?
Whatever you want.
No, I'm doing what I do. It's surreal to me that anybody would. It's called Schadenfreude. Have you ever heard of that before? Schadenfreude. You can look it up.
It sounds delicious.
It's sounds like a delicious German treat. Schadenfreude. It's when somebody else enjoys the misery or pain of another person. Schadenfreude.
Oh, sometimes I do that, man. Not gonna lie.
Really?
Well, really? Some people who deserve it. I'm not just saying average people.
Yeah.
Like if something happened to OJ, I ain't gonna be mad.
Did OJ is OJ dead?
Yeah, I didn't do it though.
Right, he died, didn't he? Didn't
Yeah,
he die?
yeah.
Didn't he die?
He took his last run into the grave.
Let's take. I just saw Press with Rancor in the comment section. Let's take Press with Rancor for example. So collectively between me and the people who I work with, we raised $28,000 of a $60,000 bill from Jim Mikowski that I have posted in my community tab. People are like, where are the receipts? So, and then additionally on top of that, we put $4,000 into a GoFundMe that Press with Rancor had complete control over and still does. He created the GoFundMe just like Erica created the GoFundMe for Henry. Anyway, one day I get a phone call that somehow Press with Rancor has gotten the short end of the stick.
As far as what?
Money, GoFundMe, whatever. So then the person who called me, I sent the receipts and I said, here's the money that we paid to the lawyer, $28,000. And here's the money in Press with Rancor's GoFundMe, $4,000. Press with Rancor hasn't put in a dime to his defense. Every dime, the $28,000 that's gone to Jim Mikowski came straight from my account to his account from fundraisers that I did. $8,000 of my money, $4,000 of a buddy of mine money up north. And then that's not including the suit that we split, another $1,000 for Press with Rancor. How did this happen? I have no idea.
Can you give me an ice cream sandwich?
But do you see what I'm saying to you? How does that happen? How do you go from raising $28,000 for a guy?
So I don't know if you're noticing a pattern. He's getting more and more frustrated. But over the course of this live stream, more and more people are in the comments saying that Chille screwed them over. Now, how much truth there is to any of it, I have absolutely no idea. But you can physically see him getting more and more frustrated. He's saying, I don't normally talk about the comments. I don't respond to comments. Let's just have a conversation. But then he goes back to responding to comments because they keep calling him out.
So one day I just get a phone call and someone says that Garrett got the short end of the stick. And as soon as that happened, I went, you know what? I already owe 32 grand more. I just got out of jail. I'm all fucked up, I'm out, good luck, bro. You're calling third parties and saying how you got screwed. I had to show receipts to somebody where I put $28,000 out for your defense. What more can I do, brother?
You raised $28,000 for Rancor?
Yeah.
And he's upset with you?
Somehow somebody called. Well, I can tell you who did it. The angry vet called me up. I recorded the conversation. If I release that conversation, it'll show what a moron that guy is. But so yeah, I still owe $32,000 to Jim Mikowski for Press with Rancor's defense. And Press with Rancor called or San Joaquin Valley Transparency. If we're gonna spill all the tea, just put. And I have all these conversations recorded.
Go for it, man.
I'm just telling you, I have everything recorded. Everything. I have 20 hours of Press with Rancor's recorded conversations where, whatever.
Dude. I don't want to get in any drama right away. He's saying he never even called you, and then you're gonna I recorded. No, what I'm saying to you is that there's so many pretenders in this. There's people who are just like when Press with Rancor needed an attorney and really needed help, we really helped him. We really did that. So it's just these people are just like I what I'm saying? Like when you needed an attorney and that was real for you, right? You needed an attorney. When the rubber was hitting the road, we raised the money and got you an attorney. So the people who just talk shit, it's just, to me, it's like. Let me tell you, Chille, people confide in me, and it's good because I don't tell anything to anybody. I really don't. You've ever heard me say anything about anybody in your life?
No, we've talked on the phone quite a bit. We've mostly just talked about the Constitution and rights and stuff like that. I don't say
anything about you to people, and then when people tell me stuff, I don't say anything to anybody. I've heard the craziest effing things about auditors. If the things people told me, I went on the air and said,
me too.
So,
no, I know the crazy. I know the craziest things. I have the phone calls. I have the phone calls recorded. I have the craziest stories. The phone calls are everything I do has been recorded since 2022.
I'm just saying,
And
this is a neutral platform.
What's funny is if I wanted to live in the drama tea, I could just start dumping conversations out, and people would be like, "Holy shit!" Like the lengths that
too much, man, and it goes against what we need to get done.
the lengths that I've gone to try to help people in the lengths I've gone to try to help people who actually film cops, and the reply has been like people like, you know, just makes me not want to really, you know, but I'm, you know.
What are you thanking me for, bro?
It's just peanuts from the peanut gallery, because I'm still going to create this board game, and it's so freaking badass that even people who don't like me are going to be like, that is a cool game though. And I do want to play it with my family and friends because it is fun. It's a lot of fun, the game I created. So, and if there is a, you know, San Joaquin Valley Transparency's definition of the 1A community, if there is that community, well, there's Henry's GoFundMe, and his girlfriend set that up, not me, so I don't control it at all. What's it at so far right now?
Oh, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can.
Can we take a look at that real quick?
I'm gonna
Can you pull that up?
Pull this and.
So don't forget, he's already said that they raised $7,000 in that one day, in that one fundraiser, and he's wanting to know what the GoFundMe is at. Listen to the totals.
I can see, because
All right, sure.
Let me just see if it'll pop
in closing,
up.
though, man, what do you want to say in closing? So I'm starting to sweat and I'm getting hungry.
I want to see. I spelled it wrong.
$3,271.
So $3,271. That's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Can you put it on the screen so I can see it? Because I want these people to out, San Joaquin Valley Transparency is a much bigger channel than mine. There's only 100,000 subscribers on this channel. He's got 600,000. He should be able to crush me. He should be able to get to that $15,000 mark. I want to see him just blow me out of the water. Direct D, who's, he's got nothing but time on his hands. God bless him. I pray for that dude because he was a good auditor. But you got nothing but time on your hands, Direct D. You could promote that GoFundMe for a guy who's in the dungeon, where I hope that you don't go, dude. But so, and then like, there's people who can promote that GoFundMe. I challenge you, John Felix, to promote Henry's. So I raised $3,200 by putting it up. I put in the first 100. I made so much money by putting in the first 100, right? So.
So it's really very interesting considering how confident he was in the beginning of the live stream that he had raised $7,000 for Henry, right? But now he is asking and very curious about where these GoFundMes are sitting at right now. And he's taking credit for this $3,000 GoFundMe. That has absolutely nothing to do with him. That GoFundMe, again, most of them are all donations. It looks like it's just Henry's standard GoFundMe that sits on his channel and he drags it out whenever he feels like eBaying. Most of the donations are over a month old. The GoFundMe that Chille actually promoted on his channel only has about $800 in it. So if he's so confident that they raised $7,000, where did that money go? Is it a coincidence that during just this one live stream, he's had multiple people call him out for possible misconduct and mishandling of fundraising? Maybe that's just me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see, and I will catch you on the next one.
starting a political party or something, because this is not where it's at, man. Where it's at is
it's pretty sad.
The original moment, overturn Terry, overturn the qualified immunity, overturn all the BS, and let's get back to center. Okay? Doesn't matter who has the subs, it doesn't matter who's making the money. Just stay focused. Thank you, Chille.
Thanks for having me, bud. See you on the next one. Later.